Less than 48 hours after the outcomes of Charlottesville, VA, sports has once again shown why it is a microcosm of America. Simply put, racism is ingrained in every part of our culture. If you're reading this, then you probably have seen or heard about the idiotic and utterly racist skit that ESPN thought would be fun to run on national TV for their fantasy draft coverage. On Monday, the worldwide leader did a fantasy football auction segment. A white dude auctioned off black players to a group of white people that wanted to buy them. ESPN2 editor Jason Scales. The segment made me realize three things. 1. Nobody at ESPN who works in that department has seen the movie Get Out. 2. Everybody at ESPN who works in that department forgot that slave auctions took place in that exact fashion. And 3. Nobody at ESPN who works in that department is black, or knows anybody black, or understands black people. But enough about ESPN, because it gets better. Because as usual, white people gone white people. Also on Monday, John McGrath, a columnist with the News Tribune in Tacoma, Washington, wrote a column about Seattle Seahawks defensive end Michael Bennett's decision to sit in protest during the national anthem over the weekend. The column was titled, "If Michael Bennett wants to sit for anthem, maybe he should walk away from football." A white man just told a black man, who is one of the best defensive linemen in the NFL, to quit his job because he wants to use his American rights to protest after one of the most shocking and racist acts of the past decade took place only days ago. Ladies and gentlemen, this is white privilege. But there's a problem about this platform he mentioned. It's not entirely his and his alone. From the moment he takes the field before kickoff, and the moment he returns to the locker room after the final gun, Bennett belongs to a team. David Richard App is an accomplished NFL player. He has ample opportunities to serve as a change agent, preaching justice for all 7 months during the off-season, 6 full days a week between August and January. But over the 3.5 hours he's competing for the Seattle Seahawks on Sundays, his ambitiously virtuous platform should be limited to the mundane matter of winning a football game. As a fellow columnist, I understand the privilege that comes with this job. Sometimes you say things that people are scared to say. But the words from McGrath from above don't read like a columnist, they read like a slave owner that likes to masquerade as a part-time abolitionist. Dear John McGrath, you are white, and I want to be clear when I say this. So here goes. Don't ever in your life say a black person belongs to a team like a piece of property. And don't you dare belittle our intelligence as if we can't somehow have the mental capacity to know how to play a game, while also being a human being that can advocate for civility and the eradication of hate and racism. But before anyone gets too angry, know that this column is directed at black people, too. Because former NFL tight end Jermichael Finley and current Cleveland Browns head coach Hugh Jackson are just two of the latest brothers to fall deep into the sunken place right alongside Michael Vick, Ray Lewis, and Jason Whitlock. In some now-deleted tweets, Finley gave us, "The athletes should stick to sports because they're just doing this for publicity," tired and pathetic spiel. While Jackson, who is one of the only 7 black head coaches in the league, thought it was a good idea to tell the world that he doesn't want his roster full of black men to protest this season. Jamie Squire, Getty Images. I think everybody has a right to protest, and I get it, but the national anthem means a lot to myself personally, the organization and our football team, Jackson told the Cleveland Plain Dealer. I hope, and again I can't speak, I haven't really talked to our team about it, I would hope that we don't have those issues. I understand there is a lot going on in the world. I like to just keep it here. What we deal with, we try to deal with as a team in our closed environment. We talk about things. Hopefully, that won't happen. I can't tell you it won't happen, but I just know our guys, and I don't think that is where our focus is. There are a lot of things I could say about Jackson, but Shannon Sharpe said it better than I can Tuesday morning on his show Undisputed on FS1. Man, they need to stop with all this shucking and jiving and just tell the truth. I understand, Hugh, you've got a job. But there are a lot of black men that were before you that were equally or more so qualified than you that didn't get the opportunity. And I know you think you got this job on your own. But you don't understand how many men are working behind the scenes that get not only you, but other black coaches even an opportunity to be heard. Look, this conversation around race, politics, and sports isn't going away. But at this point, if you don't have anything intelligent or meaningful to say, then just sit this one out. Because if the last 2 days taught us anything, it's that ignorance is colorblind.